Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're well. So, based on a viewer's request, I'm doing a vid on the demon Sargatanas. Okay, sorry, the demon Sargatanas. So he's still fairly new to me, but what I have discovered, I'm going to share with you guys his sigil, his incantation, a bit about his characteristics and what I offered him, and it went fairly well. So I encourage you to do the same. You can basically copy it. So to start with, obviously he's fairly new to me as well, and I'm glad I spent the time to evoke him and spend time with him. First, I'm going to share the information with you guys. What I discovered was he's pretty different to most of the others. He doesn't come with legions under him as such. You know, he's kind of a solitary figure, and his presence is extremely that of solace, stoic, like solidarity, and like a lone ranger. I get that vibe of like lone ranger with him, but still extremely powerful. So for me, it resonated well because I'm a pretty quiet guy. I spend a lot of time alone. So spending time with this immense being of similar characteristics, it does help you to have a more successful invocation and thereupon build your relationship better. So if this is something inside of you that's got that quiet power, that stillness in you, he's one of the ones you can reach out to. And in the same breath, I'll get into why, but he isn't, if you haven't done invocation before or any such work before, if you're not even used to, let's say, meditation or mental practices, spiritual practices, don't jump into an invocation with him right away. He's not the easiest to get in touch with, and it's not the easiest to work with at first, okay? But if you do want to get in touch with him, you're going to, on your petition, hand draw his sigil. This is the one I use, guys, okay? So you're going to hand draw his sigil. On your petition, you're going to write on top this incantation, which is, and I'm going to read it. Like I said, it's new to me as well. Iminco res dex tensa Sargatanas. Iminco res dex tensa Sargatanas. And again, I boomed that out quite a few times, and I felt as I was going along, I needed to actually pick up tempo, like I was going too slow for him. So I don't know if you will experience that as well, but if you feel you starting off at a certain rhythm and you want to speed it up, by all means, go ahead and do that. I did that. I even started to go a bit louder. Then I used one black, one green candle for entity. Again, his name scribed on both. Adorned with olive, sandalwood oil. I offered citrus. I offered lemons, oranges, and whatever other citrus fruit you can get your hands on. I offered beer, actually 2 glasses of beer. I don't know why, I just felt it and I went with it. That's so, guys, a lot of times these things, if you feel something, basically your intuition kicks in, right? Go with it, okay? That and nuts. So he is on the darker side of things, okay? Now remember, dark and light is one. It's just opposite sides, but okay, that's another story. But he is on the darker side of things, his abilities, his characteristic. So he's extremely powerful in stuff with the mind, manipulating the mind for others, even manipulating your own mind if that's what you'd want. Brainwashing abilities, you know, everything that covers brainwashing abilities, mental abilities, memory, also readings, it's got to do with the mind. He's extremely good for that. He enhances also your sex appeal. He enhances your sex appeal, your sexual power, and your sexual skills. So I think there's a lot of people that might be interested in that. That's pretty awesome. He will help you achieve your material goals. And again, when I say that, I don't say it out the blue. You put up a little setup for him, you call upon him, and you start demanding shit. Not like that. You work with him regularly, you build a relationship, and you start to petition, and through spell work, you do these things for what it is you desire, you know. Yeah, a new home, new car, new job, and yes, he will grant it to you then. Because that's one of his strengths. He's opening doors for the people he favors. And that's another thing. Even though he's not necessarily for beginners and can be harsh, and he can be harsh, when he does open up and receive you, he grants immense favor. And he grants a sort of like what I felt like a cloak of protection. Not necessarily from every single attack you might get, but it's still a cloak of protection which has a fairly good degree of protection in general, okay? But again, it doesn't mean you go out there looking for shit, looking for trouble, and expect this cloak protection to always have your back. You still got to do your part and be intelligent, smart, and careful. But you will have an extra layer of protection upon you with his favor, which I think is great. So lastly, I'll say initially on your invocation, do it within a protection circle or protection triangle. And again, guys, if you need any of my services, spells, Invocation tarot reading, a one-on-one session with me, hit me up. I'll get back.